Hello fellow orc lovers, we are back with another Dawnless Day siege battle for you here today, and again we have another unfortified settlement battle here. It seems like we're going to have back-to-back unfortified settlements. In the last one we had Arnold defending against Dol Guldur. Here today we have a whole bunch of good factions defending against a bit of a coalition of elves, men, and also orcs. We do have two Mordor armies on the offensive here, joined by Lyndon and also Rohan here, as you can see. The other Mordor armies over on that side making another angle of offense. So yeah, we've got a 4v4 here on the Dunland village map, which we don't often see unfortified settlements, but when we do, often Dunland village is often the most commonly used one. On the defense here today, we do have Gondor, we have also got Dol Amroth as well, we have the Wood Elves of the Wooden Realm. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely brutal, that fire like arrows coming in there from the orc rabble, bow rabble, like firing off that. Look at that, that's insane. The amount of arrows are just like coming in. I mean, it's 300 like shots, I guess. And this looks awesome with the arrows all lit up. That looks amazing. That's nearly already burnt out. But as I was saying, yes, we have the Wood Elves, and then I believe the final faction, if I can find them, is also another Elven faction. And if I remember correctly, yes, Lothlorien. There you go. So we have elves on both sides, Lyndon and the Galadrim elves of Lothlorien, and also the Wood Elves as well. So the Sylvan elves up against the High Elves, and then they've got support from Mordor and Rohan to the High Elves. A very odd combination, but it should certainly make for an interesting contest. And really, that's a first mistake there by Mordor. Really, he's got his archers way too close. If they had one unit of cav here, the defenders could sally out and kill this, or even an infantry unit to send out the foot knights to try and rush these guys. Mordor now trying to rectify. It's got an orc, like an Uruk throng coming forward, but yeah, that's a real big mistake there from the attackers. If the defenders had one unit of cav, they would be punished for that. Rohan isn't messing about and is going straight in to try and slay his fellow men. And yeah, he's going in straight into combat with the men of Gondor and Dol Amroth. But yeah, this is a pretty long siege battle that I've seen. It's going to be a bit of a grind fest. So definitely get yourself some snacks, get yourself some drinks, and prepare for what is going to be a grindy, unfortified battle. Don't often see it on this one. You don't often see long, prolonged fights on this one. But I guess maybe the sheer numbers. We have 17,000 troops at this one already. The attack is here dropping below 10k just now. I just witnessed. I think, yeah, they're down to 9,900. And yeah, the defenders have 7,000 troops themselves. So yeah, a 2,000 man difference should make for an interesting contest. That's for sure. Citadel Guards here. A lot of these guys well committed early on here. Looks like they're going to be being sent in to defend choke points where needed. Yeah, good to see already around these Mordor bow rabble. Good use of ammo to get rid of them. They need to save some ammo though for trolls. And we have got a lot of cav here as well. Lots of servants of the eye here. I think that's both Mordor armies with their cavalry. But it is well set back. So you can't really support. If there was to sally out and attack an archon, they would get them. That's for sure. And it also looks like the elves have brought a lot of Noldor equestrians. And also we have a lot of Ered of the Eastfold. A lot of cav being brought for what it's not a very big settlement really. Once you're in, it's not an easy settlement to use cav, and there's river crossings, so that also will affect cavalry charges. Over on the other side here, the other Mordor player has already started his assault, and Lothlorien is defending. And he's got Heroes of Amon Lank and a polearm unit in here. This is going to be a tough defense to break through, and then shock infantry also going in to really hammer home this defense. But yes, if you're a fan of all things Lord of the Rings and Dawnless Days, I want to see more epic sieges like this one. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, guys, as we work towards 11k subs. We're so close. So if you are a fan of the channel and watched quite a few videos and you haven't subscribed, do so. We are nearly at that milestone. And yes, don't forget to leave a comment as well. If there's any sort of battles you'd like to see or any mods in use, we have got Warriors of Arda and Last Breath on in this one. If you want to see more like War of the Mountains or Wayne Riders or any of those subplots, do let me know. Try my best. Whatever replays we get sent in, I do try and mix it up so you guys get a bit of a variety when it comes to factions and also submods. Keep it fresh. Uruk throng nearly beaten here. being forced back by those polearms. I have a feeling that, as you can see, these guys all falling back down the hill are the orcs. It looks like, I would imagine, we won't be long until we see the archers come up. I imagine these guys are going to get sent up, probably start to focus down that Galadrim spear warrior. If I was the elves now, I'd fall back the polearm and the shock infantry, leave the heroes of Amonlanc to hold that choke point, and just leave it like that. But I mean, it looks like this is going to be a 1v1 here. Enemy general dead already. Wow. Okay, Erkenbrand has been sent into a duel, and that was a really strange move. Because yeah, I mean, he's been sent forward and he's dueling with the Princess Marksman here of Dol Amroth, and he's got himself killed. That is really strange. I would have just brought Theoden as a general and just brought like your archers that you need. Like bring Yeoman at the mark instead of having a fourth Helmingast. Because now, yeah, with no general, Rohan's gonna struggle. To be honest, like Rohan, I mean, how's he? Oh, they're just. I was like, how are these guys firing? They're throwing torches, trying to burn the watchtower. But yeah, Rohan's gonna struggle. Isn't a great siege faction. Certainly not a great melee like faction. Like for attacking. Sorry, I should say, not melee faction. It's not a great like offensive faction. It's got good spears, not great swords though. It has got the shock infantry, which is the Warriors of Ardor addition, but they're okay, but they're not that great. But the swords aren't great for, which is brought most of. And with no general now, these guys are going to break a lot quicker. So that could be a huge result early doors here for the defenders, who are going to need every advantage they can get if they want to win in today's battle. Don't often see defenders win at Dunland Village. I'm kind of rooting for them a little bit. I want to see a defenders win at Dunland Village for a change. But yeah, that could make all the difference. We'll see. They have made their offensive on this side here, but it's not actually. Well, it is now Mordor going in, but the elves the first to move. Shock infantry here. I think they're getting focused down by arrows. Yet that is Gondor's archers over there focusing down the Noldorian swords. I mean, I'd just finish off these Mordor rabble with another volley. You'd probably get rid of them. But the last alliance is clearly over between men and elves. Certainly the elves of the of Lindon. They've forgotten their oath. But not Lothlorien and not the Wood Elves, who have yet to see action. I'm pretty sure the Wood Elves have just they've been busy shooting stuff, and that's it. I think that's all they've really done. They've kind of getting shot at a bit, but there's not much they can do about that. It looks like the Wood Elves have been kept in reserve for sort of a last stand. But yeah, Noldorian swords starting to lose that fight, already down 10 warriors as they get focused down. And look at that. Mordor bow rabble routing. And that's a huge result there for Mordor. I mean, they still got one relatively good strength, but they don't have great morale. Lots of ammo left, though. But yeah, a lot of ammo that's not being used up there by Mordor and won't be able to be used up. So that's a great result. And also, yeah, Erkenbrand dead as well. Also looking good. A lot of the elves here don't have a lot of ammo left either. And this is one of the big problems I find with Dunland Village is that you kind of end up losing your archers because they just get focused down in the middle here, and then they use angles against you. Like the elves right now should be setting up their archers pretty much where it looks like Rohan's going to go, in this sort of space here, and then shoot into the backs and the flanks of Gondor and Dol Amroth here, and unlock these choke points, and vice versa. Mordor should be doing the same. He should be setting up around about here, and like shooting his shots into the flank of this other defense here of Gondor and Dol Amroth, and unlock that defense. That is how you get through. This is the toughest side to assault. It's going to be really hard for Mordor to get through this. He's going to, looks like, again, bring up his archers. He looks like he's going to try and get side shots here. But it's going to be really, this is the toughest side. And it looks like he's in a one-on-one with Lothlorien, which I will bet every time Lothlorien wins that fight there, especially with that decisive initial combat phase. So we're going to see a lot of infantry shifting over to this other side to assault this slope here. Again, going to be very tough, but it's doable. And that actually is probably looking a lot better. I would have Mordor send his archers over here as well, because they can side shot into this polearm and spear defense here. So this map is a really easy one, I find, for the attackers to try and break through, because all they have to do is use their archers and get good angles. But a lot of archers have been lost early on for the attackers here. And it's why I'm feeling confident for the defenders. I'm feeling they've got a chance. And Rohan's having a rough time. I mean, yeah, these guys shaken at 82. It's with no general, causing all sorts of problems. It looks like, yeah, Morgul Raiders, the Noldorian swords have fallen back. They're going to, I guess, rest up. Again, looks like another archer unit being focused down and killed. Though it's just bow rabble, it's still, you know, good archers to kill, get rid of. It's And they could make all the difference when it comes to army losses. But it is ammo being wasted on bows rather than on trolls. Hopefully they have stuff to deal with the trolls. We'll have to have a look, see if they've got jabbies. But like I said, I don't think the Wood Elves have used any of their ammo. I think we've got lots of Pelican Marines, great. Twilight Guard have hardly used ammo. Haldir is actually on the front lines firing. I think he's probably, more than likely shooting at all these pillagers that are coming forward here. So yeah, he's getting great shots into these mass of shock infantry there. So yeah, shock infantry very vulnerable to archers. So a great target for Haldir to be taking on. But yeah, I haven't seen... Oh, Lascalon Rangers, yeah, they have actually been fine. They've been committing quite a lot. It's Lothlorien that saved his ammo until now. But yeah, Lascalon Rangers using up quite a bit of theirs. And actually, I think they might have already been melee over here as well. I think they might have been the first Prince's Marksman. But it looks like they have been using it quite a bit. And Legolas has still got all his ammo with his princes, like his Elven Palace Guard. And then, we also have another Ranger that is yet to go in. But it's looking good, And I think the amount of cav that the attack support might actually end up going against them. But we'll see. That maybe they'll dismantle those Servants of the Eye, turn them into really good infantry, which is a possible tactic. Won't work so well with all that Linden and Rohirrim cav. But with the Servants of the Eye, definitely will work. Here we go, we've got pole arms coming forward here, Morgul Legion being sent in. I remember these guys used to be like some of the best pole arms around. I mean, they're still pretty good, but they used to be feared. Not so much now. Not so much. You see Guards of the Teeth brought a lot more often anyway. Still a good unit though. And actually, Dol Amroth's done a bit of a counter-offensive here. I don't know if that was really a wise move, but the Knights of Dol Amroth pushed out, attacking the Orc infantry, the Uruk throng. This mad lad over here, he's taking on 3 Orcs. Can he win? I don't know. Can he prove to Imrahil he's a knight worthy of Dol Amroth? Or will he get just turned into man flesh, into a meat sandwich for these Orcs? I have a feeling he's probably going to lose. Yep, rip in peace to him. Rip in peace. No real offenses being made at the moment. Very slow on this side now from the Orcs. Don't blame them. It is a 1v1. If they were to lose and end up being no more of a threat over on this side here, the elves of the Lothlorien could just turn around and send reinforcements to the other front. We are going to see an offensive now. Gladrim Spear Warriors are getting shot at. I would pull them back. I don't think you need them in the front lines to start with. Servants of the Eye now shifting over here. These must be the other, from those 5 that were there. These are obviously this Mordor player's horses. He wants his cav back with him. Safe. Here's of Amon Lank still fighting in here though. And these guys, a really good spear unit. I've seen some melee attack as well, so they can do some serious damage. They will slay Orcs here today. And they got another Heroes of Amelanch. Good to see that they have pulled back the pole arms. They lost 7. It's not really a big loss. They're going to send forward another Shock infantry. I don't think they need to send anything in, really. Shock has been sending Morgul Raiders. The Heroes of Amelanch are starting to lose. But I think you could easily turn this around. Shock, I guess, would help counter the effects of what's going on. A few Archer volleys would also save the day, to be honest, as well. Back over here, looks like, the Knights of Dol Amroth, their little offensive has going to had some effect. They're going to rout, looks like one of these Uruk throng, take some of them with them. Most people revere the Foot Knights. They are some of the best sword infantry in the game, added with Last Breath. You have that. If you have that submod on, you get Dol Amroth, and they're fine swordsmen. I really hope that they do sort of change the blue of Dawnless a little bit. I think it's just a little too vibrant. I know that a lot of people are doing that. I think it's on the list of things that Last Breath are doing. It's not high on the list. I don't blame it. They're wanting to add more factions, add more units. There you go, I think. And they cheered for a moment there. They just rout something. I think they might have routed. Yeah, it looks like they got rid of those elves. There you go. A small victory there for the Knights of Dol Amroth, and they're going to hold for ages in these choke points here. Mordor is going to need a lot to get through. But that's good. Morgul Raiders here now fighting with Spear Infantry, slaying them. Shock versus Spears. Shock always comes out on top, usually. There's only a few instances they won't. If you're ever like fighting like Iron Guard or maybe Heroes of Amon Lang, if it was a healthy unit, or Hall Guardians, any of those three, you're probably going to not have as much effects. Forest Sentinel's going to get sent in here, so this is the first real melee for the Wooden Realm. And their Shock Infantry is going to start taking on the Morgul Raiders. I think both are tier 2, but the Forest Sentinels, I'd say, are far superior. An Elven tier 2 is much stronger than an Orcish tier 2. I think they're going to get cycled in and out a couple of times to get as much effect as done as possible. Archer fire coming in as well from Lasgalan Rangers, again trying to even this up.
Enemy units have
There's certainly concern, but I don't think it's imminent. There's lots of Citadel Guard here that could go in. We've got Champions of Door NL as well, so lots of reserves if they wanted to send them in. Looks like here Westall Lax is going in. I feel like Lyndon might need to help Rohan, really. Rohan's kind of running out of options. It looks like he is actually bringing his archers over here, is Lyndon, which is good to see. He might be trying to unlock a choke point. But yeah, I certainly think like Rohan with no general, he's going to be running out of options and out of reserves sooner or later. He's got a lot of early retainers, like we said, to still go in. Not got the greatest of melee. The Cavs kind of a bit lost. He's brought all his Heir of the Eastfold and an early knight. Yeah, it's a lot of relatively expensive Cav. That's not really going to get a lot done. There's a gap in the line here, though. Whether they can get a column going here, try and flank. There is another spare Foot Knight ready, but maybe just try and stretch the line a little bit. Force Dol Amroth to commit some more men. One thing the attackers have, and usually always have, is numbers. Numbers-wise, it's close though now. It's much closer than it was. It's less than 2,000 in difference. We're looking at about 1,600 difference now.
Our men run from the enemy. This is shameful.
Yeah, looks like they're breaking some of these knights. It's just good to see there's still so many more Foot Knights who come in. It looks like Dol Amroth's really throwing his reserves this way. We've got Founding Guards. My gosh, there's a lot of good units still in reserve here. And I believe, yeah, the Tirith Air Sentinels, I'm not surprised they're here as well. What have we got here? More Pelargon Marines as well. I think we just got, yeah, loads of Pelargon Marines for both sides. But for both, for Dol Amroth and also for Gondor. Why the Pelargon Marines are here for Dol Amroth, I would not be putting them there. I'd get them to the other side. No trolls of a threat on this side. The only two trolls are over on this far flank, which is really still looking like the most concerning spot. And yeah, it looks like Servants of the Eye, I think, have been dismounted. You can see all the horses scattering. Servants of the Eye have been dismounted and sent in as a special forces, really good sword unit. It's a strategy that more and more people, I think, are becoming aware of. If you dismount Servants of the Eye, they still have a lot of really good stats, and they become a really good sword infantry unit. And if you bring 5 of them, it can definitely get stuff done. So they're now challenging Citadel Guard in here. So yeah, we'll see if these guys can, start maybe the push going to Mordor. What are they sending forward? I'd send forward towards Servants of the Eye, potentially. What have we got here? We've got Uruk Thron going in. We have got Othrod as well as Uruk Bodyguard. But yeah, really running out of other stuff. Looks like, yeah, we've got another Uruk Bodyguard there as well. So yeah, they're running out of melee infantry to actually commit to this grind fest. Maybe, I I was saying that maybe Lyndon needs to send more to help Rohan. Maybe Lyndon needs to send a little bit more to help this Mordor. He just kind of needs to send troops both directions wherever they're needed. Because they're really running out of chaff on this flank here, it would seem. But they are wearing down Gondor. Gondor is also, you know, looking pretty thin on the ground when it comes to infantry. It's got Faramir as a general. We don't often see Faramir being brought. Lots more archers being sent in. These rangers will do okay, but I don't know if they're really going to be able to beat Servants of the Eye. I imagine Servants of the Eye probably going to get countered by things like polearms and pikes and probably shock. Like a decent sword unit, I imagine they could probably take toe-to-toe with, because they are melee calves. They probably have good melee like stats. They'll probably keep their good melee stats, is what I mean. And yeah, they were losing, they're pulling back. They're going to send in, I think they have read my mind a little bit, they're going to send in shock, I think. We're going to see Frost Sentinels, Champions of the Door, and they'll go in. They're going to need to send something in here soon. I think they just charged in with the cav here. Yeah, Servants of the Eye being used as in their actual form, mounted, try to break through the foot knights of Dol Amroth here, might nearly do it. These spears need to go in, these Citadel Guards, and sort of plug the gap, and soon. There you go, they're going to go in, they'll plug the gap for now, don't want to overextend. Really nice, they've scared off and saved the situation. And now we have Lasgarland Blades here, one of the best swords around. We're going to have Javies come forward as well. So we've got Pelican Marines. I don't think they need to send those in yet. Champions of Daughter Nil going in for Dol Amroth. A lot of them going in, and Forest Sentinels. So yeah, really, this side now is kind of code red a little bit. Defenders reacting, maybe overreacting a little, but it's good to see plenty of reserves up on this side here, because they were starting to dry out. Now those scary double-handed swordsmen of Dol Amroth can go in and do their work. How's looking on this side here? Yeah, I'd say that this is the real concerning side for the attack. This is where Rohan's pressing on. Rohan's sitting in Helming. No, these actually aren't even Rohan's. These are the elves. The elves running out of ammo. Noldorian archers going in. Helmingas, I mean, they are like a good hybrid. They'll probably do okay, but they're going in soon. And yeah, I mean, they've just got one more Westfold Axe to send in, then Erling Retainers. Whether the Erling Knights are going to get committed, whether they're going to pull out all their infantry and then charge with the Knights, might do so. We'll see. And oh boy, I think we're about to see an offensive on this side here. Nothing's really changed here at all. Heroes of Amon Lank still stand strong. Morgul Raiders being forced back, but the Trolls are about to go in, and they're going to get shot at the Heroes of Amon Lank, I think, by Uruk archers to support the Trolls. Here we go, in go the angry boys, those armoured trolls, beasts of war. Pole arms dropping as well, and they're going to try and send everything in, and I imagine we're going to see a Javi unit make an appearance here soon as well. Yeah, Pelican Marines immediately being sent over here. Heroes of Amon Lank, they're a good spear, but they can't stop trolls. They'll still get swiped aside like they mean nothing. And yeah, they are focusing on the Gladrim Spear Warriors. They just wanted them to be committed to try and stop the trolls. And then Mordor sprung his trap and started firing archers into them. He'll kill them that way. But the Javies, I think, are getting protected by Gate Wardens. And they're going to do their best to oh my gosh, look at that, focusing them down. Yeah, the Javies, I think, yeah, I think they're being chucked, but I'm not really sure. The archers are certainly firing. Javies don't know they've been fired at all, really. Maybe the the pole arms don't damage them as well. Yeah, geez, look at that. They're dropping quickly that log high. That's insane. That's Twilight Guard firing. So yeah, I mean, good Elven archers. And there you go. I think those trolls got killed to a man. And the Heroes of Amon Lank survived. And the other Mordor player here has done the same thing. He's dismounted his Servants of the Eye. And he's going to send them in dismounted. I don't know how this battle's going to be so long. I mean, it's got for me that we have another 35 minutes of this. I don't think how quickly the attackers are setting in their guys. They've got 35 minutes of reserves to still go in, unless it starts to become a super close, tight thing that, you know, both sides become quite edgy. They don't really want to commit a lot. I think they're just going to burn themselves out before we get to that point. Balance power is still massively in favour of the attackers, probably down to numbers in the trolls. It's a 1,400 man advantage though for the attackers. So again, it's dropped by 200 since we last checked. So the defenders are slowly but surely closing that gap. But can they close it quickly enough before they run out of reserves? We'll see. Mordor is pretty spent on this side, as we said. Servants of the Eye might be about to get dropped in and just, you know, sent in as a as another melee cav unit. We've got Noldor questions here as well. Bizarre that we have so much cav on this battlefield. Rohan can kind of understand. They have nothing else great in their roster, but just don't bring. Just bring guards of Mudacell or something. Let the spears do okay. There you go. Charge Westfold axes sent in. Whether they were scared that maybe with the factions that were picked for the defenders, whether like with a Dol Amroth here and a Gondor here, maybe even Wooden Realm, whether they feared a Sally out, possibly. But even still, I don't think 5 Servants of the Eye was needed. I think that might be one too many. And yeah, I mean, they're slowly wearing them down on this side here. I mean, like, Dol Amroth is running out of reserves. I mean, I say that as a horde of stuff comes forward. But it is like Pelargir Marines. Gate Wardens is, yeah, I mean, that's not Dol Amroth, but yeah, Pelargir Marines is like one of the last things. They're running out of knights, put it like that. They still got, obviously, the pole arms, we've got some shock, but like, the sword infantry, which, you know, bread and butter for these sort of choke points that they are wanting. Running out of. I mean, though, it doesn't really matter because there's not many archers left. Like, pole arms and shock infantry going to and standing in choke points won't be a problem for the defenders, really. The only actual player with ammo left is this Mordor player over here, I think. Because the other Mordor player lost his archers, and then the elves and Rohan have expended all their ammo. So actually, yeah, just putting a pole arm into a choke point and just saying, I dare to break through, is very much a viable tactic now for the defenders. And I wouldn't stop him from doing it. I think it's, I would be like, yeah. And what do you want to do? You like, as an attacker, you've expended your ammo on lesser stuff. I mean, they try to take out the defending archers, which is a fair thing to do. They just lost the duel, which is again impressive because I don't see the attackers often lose that archer duel. They end up just usually 2v1ing someone, focusing them down. Yeah, it's been really well done so far by the defenders. They played a good game. The attackers, not so much. I mean, they're doing the best they can with what they have available. But yeah, they're making a meal of it at the moment. Over on this side here, Mordor's making his offensive again. It seems odd. Why attack? I mean, there's spears and a polearm unit here. The polearm's just going to mess you up unless you're sending your own polearm. These swords and these shock infantry here, they're not going to have much fun. They're just going to get impaled. So yeah, they need to send up their own polearms, which for an unfortified settlement, this Mordor player here has brought a lack of polearms. I don't think I've actually seen any. They certainly haven't been focused down. The only ones that have been brought are the Morgul Legion, which with the other Mordor player.
Enemy units of the men are broken and running for their lives.
Lyndon didn't even bring any polearms. These are pretty good polearms. Rohan, I can say, yeah, fair enough, you don't have any. But yeah, you're going into what is pretty much a siege battle, is an unfortified settlement. You're just going to have grindy choke points rather than having to get over walls. And no one brought polearms, like on the attackers. Like, it's going to happen, the defenders are going to bring them. I mean, I probably wouldn't, just as a defender, because usually when I played on this one, you end up having everything shot to pieces. So things that might be able to block, I usually would bring more of. But yeah, polearm's never a bad idea, for those of you who do like using them. You can win the archer fight, if you're sure you'll win the archer fight, bring them, why not? Yeah, not enough polearms brought for the attackers. And I think they're going to rue that in probably the next sort of 5 to 10 minutes when we start to see the Hall Guardians get sent forward. We've still got the Fountain Guard, and one of them has actually been mobilized now. And we've got the pikes as well. I mean, Rohan has actually fallen back on the old tactic of sort of pulling out all his infantry and cycle charging with the cav. It's not a bad idea. Can easily be countered though if they just put one polearm into that choke point, which, I mean, yeah, you can see the Hall Guardians are going into that thing to do. I just have that one sword there, have the Pelican Marines, and then have the Hall Guardian, and then just see whether the attackers will cycle charge onto polearms. They're going to get another charge in here, I think, to the Pelican Marines. It wasn't a great one, actually. I think half the unit might got stuck on the barricades, which also look like they're slowly destroying anyway. I don't really know how, but they are, I think. Yeah, Lyndon doing his bit, but yeah, if Wood and Realm just getting their polearms there, they'll save the day. They'll make it. I mean, also Gondor's bringing this forward. They're maybe going to double stack, which would be insane. The other side as well, it's got Gate Wardens in. So yeah, a really good strong spear unit you're not going to be able to charge through. So yeah, that's kind of put that strategy out of play, but it's fine. I mean, the spear being here is allowing Rohan to cycle charge with the Westfold axes. Westfold axes getting impaled, you could say, a little bit, but also are killing a few of these Gate Wardens. But I think that tier 3, I think tier 4, it's going to take them a little bit of time to even make that start to work. Surprisingly, they haven't put the polearm in actually. We've got the Witch King here as well, who's been charging in. So literally every player is, or every faction present for the attack is now attacking this one poor sword. Send them the polearms, just don't let them in. Why would they? Why are they not? Are they wanting to make it interesting and let these guys in? Maybe. I think they're going to try and let these guys, the attackers in a little bit. They're going to box up here, which I mean that kind of screws this defense over a little bit. But I think they're going to let them in. Whether they think they can't counter this, the cycle charging, or whether there's a rule that was like, oh, you can't put like block choke points with polearms. If that's the case, Lothlorien broke it immediately. I think they just decided they were going to let them in. Pelican Marines definitely could have been saved there. Don't know why they did that. And the same thing is happening over on this choke point here. Mordor is again charging in with the cycle charge, charging into the Pelican Marines over on this side. Nothing being done really to stop it. They fired some arrows. Legolas looks like he's shooting. Not exactly denting the Sons of the Eye armor that much. Yeah, they're just going to keep cycling that.
Our men are wavering.
I would just be like, yeah, screw it. We'll just stand on these choke points here and see if Rohan breaks through. I don't think forming this sort of like this defense of this setup here now is actually going to be of any benefit. Yeah, in goes Rohan, singing early retainments. I mean, they're not going to win, I don't think. But yeah, it just means it requires you to use more units. Bands of power, very close, 800-man difference now. They are really cutting down that deficit, doing a really good job. Maybe that's why they're not fighting so much, like so hard anyway. Rohan keeps persistent. He's going to keep trying. I mean, he's not going to obviously charge the Hall Guardians. Them being there is not really achieved. It's achieved a little bit. Cav's charging the back of his own infantry and also into Gate Wardens. I can't imagine that's doing the Cav any favours. By charging into the back of his own men, he won't have got a great charge to do any damage to the spears anyway, and then the spears will just pick him off as he pulls out, and also as in melee. Yeah, Noldor in question's been there, not so great. This side here, though, I mean, they now have put polearms into the choke point here, so they aren't giving them the same favours on this side. They're getting shot at. Mordor has brought his archers across here. Whether that's because he feel like they got more chance of breaking through here. Mordor on the other side against Lothlorien has pretty much given up. It looks like with no archers over here, he's giving up, and he's falling back from this flank as well. So yeah, they aren't going to be persisting here either. It only costs the elves. It looks like a spear unit. Yeah, good on them. Lothlorien's played a pretty good game. He's just been like literally a brick wall and just like said, yeah, you're not getting past. Look at this. Yeah, they are just going to rely on all the cav. I think this is why, you know, the time is so high. I think because the attackers are having to rely on cav to try and break through. Early knights here, trying to break through a Hall Guardian, sorry, a Gate Warden unit. It's a bit desperate. It's a bit of a desperate move. There you go. This is the final night Dawnless unit being committed, and I think it's fine. It's winning decisively. I mean, as expected against early retains. I think this one's really broken. One behind's losing decisively.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit
I mean, these polearms here, they look like they're pretty much just like using a double-handed spear, really. Kind of missed that kill there. They do look great, don't they? One of the great units of Dawnless days. We've lost a couple, but not too many. And we've got Legolas being shot at now. Legolas is falling back his bodyguard. He's getting shot by all these orcs. Not a bad idea. Trying to assassinate him. I would just pull him back. Don't even tempt it. Woodland Realm's still got a reasonable amount of troops, as far as I'm aware. They've still got Lasgal and Blades to commit. Don't know how many he brought, if many at all. I think he brought quite a small and very elite army. Morgul Legion in here still getting shot at. They're the main target, I think. They're trying to make sure these guys stay gone. 39 of them left, really isn't that big a problem. They are getting focused down here by Twilight Guard. I mean, the whole blob is probably just getting focused down, I imagine. Looks like we're going to see Othrod go in a moment. He's going to probably try and break through there as well. And the Uruk bodyguard, I just send them all in. Just get them all in. You might try and break through this side here. The other side's not so likely you'll break through Gate Wardens and Hall Guardians. Yeah, you're asking a lot there. 22 minutes left. Like I said, I don't know how we've got this long left. It's now looking like it's about 600 man disadvantage for the defenders. Looks like spears here are nearly being broken through though. Look at that. I think they are going to have to fall back to this next line unless they're going to bring more stuff forward. Noldoran questions here. Routing the Gate Warden, or they will route the Gate Wardens pretty soon, I imagine. If they keep losing like this and don't stabilize, they'll just keep losing men or elves, and then they'll break. And then I think they're going to hold this line here, as you can see. You can see, yeah, the Knights of Dol Amroth falling back. They've just got a polearm line ready to go. That's going to kind of kill off any options there. And Mordor is bringing around his archers, I think, to deal with that polearm line. He's not got a lot of ammo left. One of them has quite a bit, but yeah, not really a lot of ammo left to focus this down. So I don't know how much damage he's going to get done. They are Hall Guardians and Fountain Guards. Both can take a few shots before they have to worry about losses. Faramir is still here with ammo. Whether they could bring over Legolas as well. The two generals could try and deal with these orcs here, try and kill them off. We'll see whether they give that a go.
The men are running, cowards!
Again, the early knights charging into Fountain Guard. I mean, the guys are overcharged here. Get absolutely spiked up by Fountain Guard. And there you go. After a good sort of, 40 minutes, they've finally broken through this first line here. So many men of Rohan have died fighting for these two choke points. It's insane. One of them being Erkenbrand. Luckily, his life wasn't in vain. Or will it still be? I mean, if they don't win, it will be.
The unit is running from the enemy.
The elves obviously committing their last few shock infantry. I'm going to see orcs now assist them. The elves are losing, but yeah, whether the Uruk bodyguard can change that around, they've taken a fair bit of beating already themselves. That's the basic one. We still got the shipwright nobles to go in. We still got, looks like we've got Falathrame greatswords. Must be a Warriors of Ardor unit. So yeah, a slightly lesser shock infantry than the Noldorian swordsmen. Surprised they've been haven't been sent in first, but maybe they got some other great stats that we are unaware of. Olokai still one of them to go in. I think most of the Pelican Marines have used up their ammo. I don't think that I've seen any Pelican Marines left. Whether Faramir is saving his ammo as well for the trolls, potentially. There is also a lot of pole-arms and pikes left. Pole-arms and pikes can do just as much damage to those trolls. Boromir is coming over here. I think he's going to come and try and shoot those trolls since they're probably in range. If he gets to that corner there, he probably can shoot them. We also got, who's this general? Guardians of the High King. So that's, yeah, General Linden. That actually might have been the target that Faramir had intended. We'll see. He's shooting his arrows. No, he's very much going for the Olokai. I mean, yeah, get a preliminary shot off at them, scare them off. Do a little bit of HP damage. Might do some, yeah, do something at the end of the day. Another offensive coming in here. Flatter and Greatswords are going to get sent in. I think they're going to get sent in through his gap here. A bit of a mass rout taking place there. Looks like Servants of the Eye going. Yeah, two units to them. Looks like, yeah, the shock infantry in here, the Galadriel Sword Warriors, helping to slay quite a lot of their high elf kin, and also looks like the Servants of the Eye. And Flatter and Greatsword's going to send it into the mix. There you go. Can they turn this fight around? I've seen Twilight Guard, Lothlorien really committing troops up to this side. As you can see, yeah, Mordor is pretty much done and out on this side here. He's got like a couple of Uruk Throngs and Pillagers, and another fairly healthy Uruk Throng. I mean, he's keeping stuff here and good on him. They're not hidden though. I think he was trying to hide them. So maybe Lothlorien would give up these choke points, but Lothlorien's smarter than that. He'll leave a bare bones garrison to worry about that and then send everything else. It looks like he's sending towards these choke points as Gondor is running out. I mean, Dol Amroth's pretty much out. It's down to the elves now to try and hold these choke points, it seems. Elves and a bit of Gondor. Twilight Guard also, I mean, most of the like really elite elven archers all are acting as like really good hybrid infantry really. Othrod going in, I think the other Uruk bodyguard's broken yet. And again, Flatter and Greatswords losing in this fight. They are light shock infantry at the end of the day, not exactly the strongest in the world. Cav is again cycling on this side here, Noldorian no questions. And I think also Rohan's Cav here, trying to use it as an option to try and break through. And this is a concern. All Guardians were losing and still are losing. Maybe this is a way in for the attackers. I mean, if you're still watching at this point, credit to you, because this has been an absolute grind fest, like I said it was going to be. Hope you're enjoying whatever snack and drink you've got. Because yeah, this has been an absolute grind fest, and yeah, I mean, the attackers have certainly not brought the right equipment to to the siege fight. But they're working as hard as they can to sort of with what they've got. Like I said, if it does make it difficult with like no pole arms, whether this early retainer here was sort of set up in this sort of spot that I'm highlighting with my cursor, and then sort of side charge. You could maybe give that a go. Might force the other player to maybe make a wrong move and actually give an attack order, and you can counter charge with another unit. Just a way to try and outflank that Hall Guardian. Pole arms here are now winning. They were losing earlier. Oh, it's because they're pulling through. I don't know whether they just got an attack order given. I think Mordor just got an attack order given to the wrong unit, and the unit pulled out, and yeah, the Mordor there is crowding. The elves are sent in their shipwright nobles. Lyndon's last throw of the dice, really. If these guys can't break through, no one's breaking through. Elves kinslay each other here today. Sylvan versus High Elves. Well, Noldorian is what they're really known as. Noldorian and Sylvan. For those of you that know your difference between your elves. Cav assaults here, not going so well. I mean, early knights charging into Gate Wardens, not going to work. I mean, like I said, I think they brought just a little bit too much of the wrong stuff, like Cav, not enough pole arms. As it's just to name a few things of what they brought, and the defenders have brought some great units. But they knew the assignment set up for them on this settlement. Lots of pole arms, lots of good spears. They won that archer fight, which could have really changed the whole balance of this game. If the attackers had won the archer fight, I think they win this game. The defenders, having won the archer fight, will win this game. I think potentially here. We'll see. It's 2,300 against 2,100, nearly 200-man difference. Obviously, the attackers still have the ability to win this game. Olokai, still have some good shock to send in, but yeah, they are running out on a lot of fronts. And they brought a lot of cav, which has not been able to be used to great effect. I can understand that maybe they were fearing the sally out. I think 1 or 2 is always a good idea, like a Servants to the Eye and then your Witch King as a general, not a bad idea. I think that would be enough. And then again, see like a Noldor or an Equestrian, like one of those. And then Rohan, maybe just 1 or 2. I don't think you need to bring masses. You can, and then if they don't sell out, you can charge into their front lines with your cav. But it's a really difficult one to do, to really bring cav on this one. And if nothing sallies out, you're like, well, we've got all this cav now. We've got to try and use to break through and use in a pretty much a street fight. It's what it is. These unfortified settlements, especially like this one, replicate a street fight in a normal siege battle. There's a narrow choke point you're fighting over, and gradually just more and more men are going to get added to that street fight. And there you go, Champions of Dor and Il coming in as well, just to add more woes to this weary Mordor army. We've got Noldorian archers in here as well. Othrod's been committed. I mean, in the attack, the defenders have done a really good job as well of stabilizing and supporting any choke point that's sort of, it comes under threat. And they've still got plenty of ammo as well. They've really disciplined with using their ammo. Faramir and also this Twilight Guard over here probably have a reasonable ammo left to deal with that Olokai if they need to. You see the cav here. They charged all the way around these these Fold here to look to see whether this was free. It's not. You can't charge up here. There's still Gladrim Spear Warriors waiting. Yeah, rightly so. Rightly so. It's the Gladrim player here done a very good job making sure just he's not giving up on his side. He's making sure that no one sneaks through and sending whatever else he can afford to send over to the side. A good teamwork, good teammate. That's what you need. And I think both sides have been, had good sets of teammates. I don't think either side's really can blame that. I think they've done what they can. I think just the unit selection has not favoured these attackers. there you go, you're going to keep cycle charging as well. I'm not a big fan of the old cycle charge. It does seem like it works though quite nicely. Especially if you have things already in melee, pulling your shock infantry out, charging it back in.
Nothing remains of this unit now.
I mean, they've got some strong factions on the defense as well. I mean, Rohan, you could say maybe he's an attacker, strange move. But we'll see, we'll see. Maybe they'll still clutch this one up, the attackers. 10 minutes left though, I don't know. Balance power is, yeah, it's literally like there's about 20 man difference, 20 odd man difference now in this one. 27 if you want the precise number. And some of the most important 8 of those men, not that they're really men, going in now. The Trolls of Mordor, the Olokai being sent in. They're going to try and break through that polearm line. Let's see whether they can do it. They're going to get shot at by Faramir and also the Twilight Guard. They're going to swipe their huge war clubs, try and break through. Rohan's actually sent his infantry over here. Maybe he's given up on his flank. And yeah, they're just swamping the Trolls as much as possible. I think that's their plan here for the defenders. Just swamp the Trolls so they can't pull through. If they are, they're going to have to pull through like multiple units of stuff that can really counter a Troll. Yeah, Rohan's kind of just given up here. He's just kind of standing looking at the polearms going, what do I do? What do I do against such reckless hate? Yeah, trying to get through that whole Guardian and that Founding Guard's pretty much a no-go. It's why you save ammo, I guess, in a certain extent. Rohan, yeah, spent a lot of his ammo early on, lost his range fight as well. But yeah, there's not a lot really he can do. He just kind of will have to, he should really just leave stuff here. Maybe the Cav, because the Cav's not going to be much great on the other side either. Pull the Cav, leave the Cav here. They can just keep stand at the whole Guardians and send everything over to the other side here. I mean, that one had some joy. Is early Knights there? Did Rohan's just charge through, knock over a lot of these Hall Guardians, not Hall Guardians, Game Wardens, and they're losing, but they're going to die themselves doing this. And maybe it'll give the opening that the attackers need. Yeah, early Knights routing with no general. It's no surprise. There we go. Olokai, they are nearly dead. And the balance power with that has shifted now back. So 50-50. There is now an advantage for the defenders when it comes to numbers, ever so slightly. But yeah, the Olokai made the big difference and saw that balance power. And I think it's just like things like Cav as well, probably helping keep it where it is for the attackers, to be honest. With very little infantry left, there isn't really a lot that they can do. And they actually have committed over here. Rohan has gone in. He's like, yeah, screw it, I'm just going to go in. He's like, well, we'll just try and break through. He's going to get impaled by polearms, but he'll give it a go. He'll give it a go. And yeah, early retainers. General dead. I mean, I'd counter charge if I was Gondor. Just try and maybe like force back the retainers here. What they're gonna do? Can't really flank easily enough. They've got the pikes here. They can come forward as well. Still got archers, your Twilight Guard, Halders, still able to go in. Champions and Door NL. Done a great job. Done a really good job of these defenders. Faramir still alive as well. What's he going to shoot at? You can shoot the Witch King if you wanted to. Shoot the shock infantry is probably his best option. But yeah, I don't know what he'll shoot at. I'll see. He's got some of the last remaining ammo. He might just shoot into these choke points. No, he is. He's shooting in there. He's shooting into this one. I think he's going to try and rout Othrod, isn't he? Amroth's shock infantry at a glance, with the helmets that they have, kind of look like a dude in a Corey. And I mean at a glance. I've done it a couple of times. I wanted to call them a dude in a Corey today. Yeah, it's just the last really throw of the dice here by the attack is not really a lot that actually can be achieved. And looks like over on that side again, yeah, they're throwing in their troops. I think they know they just can't win. They're just like, yeah, screw it, just go in. Go in and at least die with honor. And the Elves and Lothlorien, they played a really good game. They had a bit of a quieter second half of this siege, but in the early parts of the siege, did a really good job here. And you got also Woodland Realm here. Woodland Realm has been literally everywhere, supporting every fight he can, every choke point fight. Woodland Realm and Lothlorien, excellent job. One as a teammate, one also, you know, just basically winning his one-on-one very early on. There you go. I think they're going to master out as this Mordor player here. Don't know if he's lost his general yet. They've got the Witch King and Othrod, I think both still alive. Othrod is here. I think the Witch King is with that army, I think. It doesn't really matter. Does not matter really. Still wavering some units, you know, Warcries having their effect. But yeah, not a lot left. 1600 against 1200. I mean, yeah, balance has now shifted in favor of the defenders. If the Cav could get some good, like, hammer and anvils off and do some serious damage, you'd be like, oh my, it could still go either way. But the defenders done a great job making sure the Cav can't be of any use. It's a big what if. What if the attackers had less Cav and more infantry? Get a lot done. Yeah, Erkenbrand, I think, is going on, or his bodyguard's going in. He died a long time ago, sadly. But yeah, it looks like we're just gonna might just fast forward a little bit as we wait for the end of this battle, because it has just turned into a bit of a grind fest here. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. This was sent in to me by a member of my, I think by like a member of the community, the Dawnless Days community. They said I should check it out. It's a pretty fun one. And certainly, you know, nice to see an unfortified settlement fight once again. We've done 2 back-to-back now, which is quite ironic because we don't do many of them very often. It's often just either a walled settlement or a land battle. But yeah, getting through the unfortified settlement phase maybe at the moment, just doing something a little bit different. But yeah, this is a really fun one. I enjoyed it, and yeah, really good sort of show by the defenders how to defend. They got lucky with a few things as well, with killing Erkenbrand. And also just winning those archer fights. But that's all comes with skill as well. It's luck and skill at the same time. I feel like that's half of the battle with Total War. And this looks like maybe the only sort of mistake that they made nearly here is Champions in Dornil. They're actually getting charged here by Noldorian Equestrians. They are losing. But yeah, they're trying to hold this sort of like small choke point here with the Champions in Dornil. They have the pike, sorry. Very much free that could have been doing this job. It's sort of barely engaging Othrod there, but yeah, they don't need it there. And actually, they've sallied out again. Not really a mistake. This is overconfidence, but if the attackers wanted to, they could really take advantage of this. Just hammer and anvil this. I think they are about to. Yeah, they're going to hammer and anvil knight unit here. Just charge in the back of that. Slay the Knights of Dol Amroth. I thought they would run out of these guys, but they seem to have an endless supply. I was like, oh, this is the last one, I swear. And then it's like, they seem to reappear somewhere else. But yeah, they should just take advantage and absolutely annihilate this. Get some kills while you can. That's the Founding Guard watch on going, fools of a Duke, why did you go in? They are nearly through here though, actually, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, well, I don't know, I say it doesn't matter. Woodland Realm General Legolas here. He's in the front line. He's having a fight off against this kid. This Noldorian kid. I think we're going to see the shock infantry counter-charge. Yeah, this is nearly breaking through. Like, there's all of these units here, Last Guard Blades, and all these archers and these rangers are starting to break. Twilight Guard's starting to break. I think we're going to see more Twilight Guard get sent in. And get the pikes in there. Get them fully committed. Like, why aren't they? We're going to see a counter-charge here as well. Twilight Guard actually overcommitted. The attackers now, at the very last second, you know, being a bit maybe too bold. Send these guys all over to the other side just to really block. So, again, just swarm this area with chaff. Sort of really slow down the process. But yeah, maybe the attackers at the last moment there had maybe not a chance to win it, but a chance to sort of really cause a bit of an upset. I mean, with these early retainers here, they're not doing a lot. I would have, like I said, kept the cav here. You kind of force the defenders to sort of keep more infantry of their own here than you have your like cavalry here. When they nearly broke through that Hall Guardian, if they did that, have they just been cycle charging? Have they really been cycle charging, hoping to break through this? I mean, it kind of works. They don't take many losses. Like initially, I think as they get into as soon as they get into prolonged melee, they start to die. On the charge, though, they do some decent damage to that Hall Guardian. Maybe it's actually worth it. For the cav, it might be a worthy sacrifice actually to maybe just charge these guys in. The cavalry might have had some use. I mean, the thing is that, I think as we're going to see here, Gondor's going to reshift his formation and just stretch out across the whole line. And the cav breaks. But there's some decent damage, kill a lot of these Hall Guardians. They, unfortunately, can fight to pretty much the last man. Seeing a mass rout take place over on this side. And I think the defenders are going to win. I don't know if they're going to wipe out everything. Did they just pull through? I think, Rohan has just pulled through. Yeah, that unit's very much stood upright. So yeah, Rohan just kind of pulled through. I hope he kind of breaks. Just because you lost your general man doesn't mean you need to try and pull through and cheat. He's going to just go for Faramir here. He breaks. Good to see what you get for cheating. But yeah, that is going to be GG, I think. They're going to, I think, run out of time of the attackers rather than actually get wiped out. Because, unless they just master out now, Guardians of the High King might just master out 55 out of 60 of them. And it's going to be a master out. There you go, a Pyrrhic victory. There we go. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. I thought it was going to come down to time, which it had like 2 seconds left. But yeah, no, it was in the end actually did come down to just a master out. So yeah, there you go. This was sent in by Zach, who was playing as Gondor. So thank you very much for sending this one in, man. It was a really fun one to watch, actually. And yeah, a really close run thing to a certain extent of points. And like I said, I think just a few different units tweaked for the attackers might have made all the difference. 119 kills with the Pelago Marines, 117 with another there. His spears, 225 kills, 141 kills. I mean, look at the amount of spears Gondor brought. Not a single, Gondor sword in sight. And it made a big difference, I think. They didn't get huge kills, but prevented all that cavalry from really just charging relentlessly at choke points. 238 kills with the Gondor archers here, but the rest, didn't do a lot of damage. Then we have Bob the First playing as Dol Amroth. His knights, which he just had endless amounts of, 102, 101, 161 kills, 179, 184. Yeah, he really brought all the swords while Gondor brought the spears, and it really worked out as a team. They just double stacked each other's units. So they worked really well as a team, I think, working to each other's strengths. 162 kills with the champions of Dor Enel here. And then his archers, not huge kills, 94. Then we have Nicky playing as the Wooden Realm, 141 kills with Legolas. And then we've got his Lascar and Blades only brought the 254 kills. It's pretty low for these guys as well. One of his Shock at 193 kills. Spears, the Gate Wardens, I'm mixing these guys up today, getting 125 kills. The Hall Guardians getting 288 kills. And the other Gate Warden, they're getting 155. And his Hall Guardians, 120. Archers, though, MVPs of his army, 156, 428 kills, 446 kills. Then we have Flannel playing as Lothlorien, 235 kills with Haldir here, 200 kills with his Sword Warriors, 375 with another there. The Spears getting 225 kills. And then 133 with the Heroes of Amon Lank, 208 kills with the Gladrim Spear Warriors, 56 with another one there, 218 with his Twilight Guard, 224 kills with his Twilight Guard. Yeah, really good game from Flannel there. I thought he won his 1v1 quite easily. to be honest. And yeah, that really allowed him to shift troops elsewhere. Then we have TGPS playing as Lyndon. 114 kills with the shipwright nobles, 110 with another there. 102 kills with the Flathrim great swords, 195 kills with the Noldorian swordsman, 114 kills, 113 with some more there. The shock did pretty well actually. Archers, 144 kills, 102, 112, 100 kills. I mean, they actually all got triple figures, but I didn't feel like they really made a great effect. 221 kills with the Noldorian Equestrians and 115. I mean, the late games, these guys did actually manage to get some kills. Then we have Young Glock playing as Rohan, lost his general early, and it cost him his army. As you can see here, his Erling retainers getting like 0 kills up to 81. None of them getting triple figures. Westfold Axes, though, did get triple figures. 205 kills, 198 kills. Maybe should have brought more of these guys. His Helmingas, 125 kills, 106 kills. And his Cav, yeah, 78 kills, the best there. Then we have Elmas playing as Mordor. With the Othrod army, his infantry suffered 99 kills. His Uruk bodyguards, though, got 181 kills. His Morgul raiders, 110 and 123 kills. Polearms, around the 80 mark for both of those. Servants of the Eye, which I think were being dismounted, were 161 kills. 188, though, is not bad. And the Olokai, both, getting less than 50 kills is rough to see. Then we have Apple. 5 apples. Playing as the other Mordor army. 147 kills with the Witch King here. Again, his infantry, like the Uruk Throng, just had a terrible day. But Uruk bodyguards, 126 kills. And then his archers, 86 kills, and one of his servants of the Eye getting 179 kills. But there you go, guys. That is today's Dawnless Days siege battle. Another unfortified settlement and a defender victory this time, which makes for a nice change. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. If you got to this stage of the siege, thank you very much for watching, guys. Very much appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.